The Ultimate Stoic Guide to Mastering Anger. Part 1. The Invisible Fire. Anger. It is a sudden, scorching wave that rises from the depths of your soul. When left unchecked, it is a phantom force that seizes the steering wheel of your life, driving you toward a cliff you never intended to visit. But what truly happens when this madness takes hold? Let us strip away the excuses and look at the raw, cold reality. Our vision constricts. Your brain enters a primal survival mode, perceiving a false threat and casting logic into the darkness. In that feverish moment, the boundaries between right and wrong vanish. Our vocabulary betrays us. We find ourselves uttering words we would never normally dare to say. Then, as the smoke clears, the slow poison of guilt begins to eat us alive, whispering, "How could I have said that?" The body enters a state of war. Your breath quickens into shallow gasps, your heart hammers against your ribs, and your hands begin to tremble. Understand this. Anger does not just scorch the spirit. It physically incinerates the vessel that carries it. It inflicts irreparable damage on a spouse, a loyal friend, or a sibling. Sometimes a single look or a sharp sentence is all it takes. 18 seconds of blind rage can easily transform into 18 months of cold, haunting silence. Pride builds a wall. Once the bridge is burned, saying "I was wrong" feels like an impossible climb. Anger petrifies the heart, turning soft empathy into jagged stone. It erodes the core of your self-respect. Once the storm passes and you stand in the wreckage, you feel a hollow ache inside. This is not the person I swore to be. Uncontrolled anger does not just influence your life. It colonizes it. Most people only realize the magnitude of their loss once they are standing in the ashes of their own peace. Part 2. The Wisdom of the Ancients. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once warned, anger is not just an emotion, it is a temporary fit of insanity. This madness is profoundly sinister. It demands that you pay for another person's ignorance with your own precious tranquility. You destroy your internal order just to react to an external chaos. But today, we break this cycle. We will construct a mental fortress, a sanctuary so fortified that even if anger beats against the gates, it shall find no way inside. Part 3. The 5-Second Commandment. Anger is a beast that feeds on speed. It thrives by forcing you to speak before your mind can catch up. To defeat it, you must use a tool that is simple, yet revolutionary. Stop. Breathe. Count to 5. These 5 seconds act as a tactical retreat. It is the exact window needed for your logic to reclaim the throne from your impulses. This is the threshold where you stop being the victim of the situation and start being the master of it. Part 4. The Stoic Arsenal. Techniques for Modern Life. The Sacred Pause. Deliberately slow down your movements. Anger loses its power when it cannot find a fast-paced rhythm to dance to. The 7-second cognitive reboot. Your higher brain functions are temporarily offline during a flare-up. Give yourself 7 seconds for the lights to turn back on. The illusion of personal attack. Realize that people do not make you angry. They simply act according to their own nature. If you take their behavior personally, you are handing them the keys to your soul. Premeditatio malorum, mental armor. Stoics practiced premeditation of evils. Every morning tell yourself, "Today I will encounter the ungrateful, the violent, the treacherous, and the selfish." When they appear, you will not be shocked. And because you are not shocked, you will not be angry. Lower the volume of the world. When you feel the heat rising, consciously lower your voice. A soft tone sends a biological signal to your brain that the emergency is over. The 20-minute embargo. If you feel the urge to send an angry message, place a mandatory 20-minute delay on it. By the time the clock runs out, you will realize that the message was a mistake. The open hand. Philosophy. Clenching your fists puts your nervous system on high alert. Keep your palms open and your shoulders relaxed. You cannot be a warrior of peace while your body is posturing for a fight. Conclusion. The greatest victory. Anger provides a false sense of strength. In truth, it is the ultimate mark of fragility. Remember Seneca's final warning. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Stop punishing yourself for the flaws of others. Starting today, when the fire starts to rise, breathe. Wait. Think. Do not react. Respond. This is the only path to true sovereignty. This is the greatest victory a human being can ever achieve over their own nature. My friend, if you have made it this far, you already realize the truth. Anger is not just a fire we throw at others. It is a blaze that turns our own inner world to ash. Maybe you raised your voice today. Maybe you lost control in traffic yesterday. Or perhaps you broke the heart of someone you love in a split second of rage. We are all human, and we all experience these defeats. However, as the Stoics remind us, you are not a slave to your past. Those flashes of anger are not who you are. They were simply moments where you lost your way. Your true character lies in your will to ask, how can I be calmer? Next time that wave of heat rises in your chest, give yourself the gift of those 5 seconds. Because that brief moment is your freedom. You are far too valuable to let anyone steal your peace of mind.